You're listening to Workplace Perspective, an employment law podcast presented by SAFFIRE Legal. Workplace Perspective is a regular podcast series for employers and employees focusing on education, training, and the law to help organizations of all sizes develop and maintain successful workplace relationships. The opinions expressed by guests on Workplace Perspective do not necessarily reflect those of SAFFIRE Legal or its attorneys and should not be considered legal advice. And now, here's your host, founder and principal attorney at SAFFIRE Legal, Teresa McQueen.
Thank you, James, and welcome everyone to Workplace Perspective, where we are striving to raise the bar at workplaces everywhere. Today, we're talking with Rob Wilson, president of Employco USA. We'll be talking with Rob about his thoughts on the true cost of providing paid paternity leave. Rob's thoughts are inspired by a report that was put out by a team of international researchers who looked at the effects of paid paternity leave policies at companies in, of all places, Denmark. Denmark, because that's a country that mandates time off for new parents. I'm super excited to hear his thoughts and insights into this important issue. It's going to be a great show. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
The opinions expressed by guests on Workplace Perspective do not necessarily reflect those of SAFFIRE Legal or its attorneys and should not be considered legal advice. You're listening to Workplace Perspective, an employment law podcast presented by SAFFIRE Legal.
Welcome back to our listeners, and welcome to Workplace Perspective, Rob Wilson.
Thanks for having me today.
We're really excited, but before we get started, why don't you tell our listeners a bit about you and what you do?
Sure. I am one of the founders of Employco USA. We're an HR outsourcing firm, so we provide HR solutions to businesses, several hundred businesses across.